Be inspired, supported, and empowered. This is the Global Healthy Living Foundation podcast network.
Welcome to The Health Advocates, a podcast that breaks down major health news of the week to help you make sense of it all. I'm Zoe Rothblatt, and I'm live at the American College of Rheumatology 2023 Convergence, standing in the Patient Perspectives hallway of the posters with Eileen Davidson. Hey Eileen, how's it going?
It's going great.
Why don't you start by introducing yourself to our listeners?
All right. Well, my name's Eileen Davidson, or online people know me as Chronic Eileen. I've been a writer with Creaky Joints since 2019 and on the social media a lot. I'm also a patient partner with Arthritis Research Canada and various other organizations. So research is something I'm really passionate about, as well as education.
And we're standing in front of your poster titled, "You Can't Get This from a Doctor, the Role of a Support Group for Young Adults with Rheumatic Diseases." Can you tell us about the inspiration behind the poster and the main takeaways?
Yeah, so I was made aware of a grant that the Arthritis Society was hosting, and I looked at it and I was like, I'm going to apply for this, but I needed to come up with an idea. And given that I had gone through the pandemic like everybody else, it caused a lot of isolation and loneliness, especially being as somebody who lives with a rheumatic condition. So I wanted to get out of that funk that the pandemic kind of had put me into. And then I also remember like the educational classes that I had gone through before, but they were really dry. They're only like clinician instructed. There was no time for patients to talk. You just kind of sit there in a room and hear from them. But I could tell like you were able to talk a little bit. Patients are really wanting to talk to each other, but there was no opportunity to. So it kind of dawned on me. I'm like, well, why not create a support group where I can have these perspectives of clinicians that I know through Arthritis Research Canada come in, talk to us for 2 hours, focus on themes that are important to people living with arthritis, like fatigue, mental health, sleep, work, relationships, art, exercise. And why not make it fun and supportive? So the whole point of my program is to show support, gives people more resources, information on their disease. I know a lot as somebody who participates in research, plus all the clinicians and researchers that I would involve. And then also just hearing from other patients is so important. We speak a different language to each other, and that's not something that a doctor can offer. So it was important for me to create this because I saw the need, especially for people in age range of 20 to 50s, because there's lots of support groups for children with diseases, or there's support groups, senior groups, things like that, but nothing for my age range. And I also wanted to make it fun, so we do different activities like exercise programs, and every session I pull out art supplies because art is very therapeutic, so people can create art while we talk and do things. And yeah, it's been a really rewarding experience, and the whole reason I'm here presenting an ACR about it is I'm hoping to influence other people and other organizations to create kind of grants like this or opportunities for support groups because it is so needed. Online ones are great, but they're just not the same as in person.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it's amazing to hear about you bringing the community together. I've known you online for so long. We're finally meeting in person, and it's also nice to get the sense of community here at ACR. What does it mean for you to be able to present this at ACR?
Well, it definitely means a lot. It's not easy to get here. You know, you got to have some insider information on when to apply, how to have support from other organizations, things like that. So it definitely means a lot. I take it very serious. I want to educate others. I want to learn more. I want to inspire others. Like I said, hopefully there's going to be some more arthritis social hours popping up elsewhere.
And what's been a highlight for you so far in the conference?
Obviously meeting you.
Okay, what else?
Well, that the patient perspective posters are actually in the poster hall this year.
Yes, snaps to that, right?
Yeah. So I feel like the conference has only just started. I haven't even seen many of the highlights yet, but I guess just being here, the people that I get to connect with, the things that I'm going to be learning.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Eileen, for joining us on The Health Advocates, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
All right. Thank you so much.
Well, everyone, thanks for listening to this special episode of The Health Advocates, a podcast that breaks down major health news of the week to help you make sense of it all. If you like this episode, please give us a rating, write a review on Apple Podcasts, and definitely hit that subscribe button wherever you listen. And if you have any questions, comments, episode topics, please email us at podcast@ghlf.org. I'm Zoe Rothblatt, live from ACR.
Be inspired, supported, and empowered. This is the Global Healthy Living Foundation podcast network.